Every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday here on OTRS Central, I do Q&A videos, and I really enjoy them. I enjoy seeing your questions that you tweet to the show at OTRS Central. I enjoy answering those questions, sharing my thoughts or opinions, seeing your questions and kind of what your mindset is. And also, frankly, it's easy content, doesn't take a lot of time to prepare, and it's very easy to record. I like so many things about doing the Q&A videos. I'm glad I'm doing them again, glad I'm doing them every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and thanks to all of you that have participated by asking your questions and watching that video series. But I want to make the show more engaging, if you will, and more interactive from my part to you and your part to me. And I'm trying to maybe do something different here where I'm going to do this maybe once a week and see how it goes for the time being, where I ask you, the viewer, the audience, a series of questions, and then you answer those questions. And a couple days after that, I will do a follow-up video where I share some of those most interesting answers and kind of give my thoughts on them, and maybe I answer the questions that I asked you. So I want to give this a shot and see how it goes. So the series starts today with 12 questions for wrestling fans. I'm assuming that with you watching this video that you are a wrestling fan, were a wrestling fan, at least somewhat a wrestling fan now. So these are 12 questions I have for you. You can answer those questions via Twitter, or you can answer those questions probably more easily here in the comments section on YouTube/Google+, whatever. But these are 12 questions that I want to know the answers from you on. I call it Schleg Daddy market research for OTRS Central, if you will. Let's get started. Number 1, how long have you been a wrestling fan? Number 2, what led to you becoming a wrestling fan? I think everybody's got a great, interesting story about how they got into professional wrestling, what made them a fan, and I want to know your story, and I want to hear your story, and I want you to be able to share that story with other people that are watching this video. Number 3, who is your favorite wrestler of all time? Number 4, what is your favorite match of all time? Number 5, what is your most memorable moment ever as a professional wrestling fan? Number 6, what is your favorite wrestling company today? Number 7, who is your favorite wrestler today? Number 8, what do you like about professional wrestling today? Number 9, what don't you like about professional wrestling today? Number 10, what are 3 changes you would like to see in professional wrestling? Even if you like most everything about professional wrestling, I'm sure you could offer some opinions on a couple of things you would like to see done differently. And obviously, if you really hate a lot about professional wrestling today, you can offer up plenty of solutions. But I'd like to see 3 changes that you think would really help positively impact professional wrestling. Number 11, will professional wrestling ever have another boom period? You'll hear a lot of times wrestling being talked about in like 3 big time eras: the golden era, maybe of the 50s and 60s, the Hogan era of the mid to late 80s and early 90s, and then obviously the Monday Night Wars era of the mid to late 90s to early 2000s. Will professional wrestling ever see another boom period like that? And then the last question, I think it's the most interesting question of all perhaps, is will you still be watching professional wrestling in 5 years? So you can answer all of these questions. I hope a lot of you do. You can choose to answer some of the ones that you want to answer. Maybe you only want to answer 1 or 2. But again, feel free to let me know your answers. Let me know how you feel about these things. Give me some insight into you as a professional wrestling fan. Give me some insight into how you view the professional wrestling business today, what your favorite company is, who your favorite wrestler is, all of that. I'll type all 12 of the questions for you wrestling fans in the description box down below. I can't wait to see your answers in the comments on Twitter. You can put it on Facebook, on the OTRS Central fan page. You could do it all there, and I'll come back in a couple of days and maybe do a recap video where I share some of the best and most interesting answers, and then I answer these questions myself. Let me know what you think of this idea. Let me know what you think of this series. But let me know your answers to these 12 questions, most importantly of all. And don't forget to subscribe, please.